Okay, guys, we're inside and I got that video uploaded. So, 3 thumbs up is good. I always like the thumbs up. Got a little toasted today. Yeah, dog's being really annoying tonight. But, so, what did my results say? When they went down through my throat for the endoscopy, they did see that I had some irritation, or I don't know quite what you want to call it, but from my acid reflux, they could see that my esophagus had been irritated. So that was good. That means that I'm not crazy. I actually have acid reflux, and we're working on it, and I'll explain that in a little bit with some diet changes. Also, when they did the colonoscopy, they found a polyp, which is essentially like a I guess you'd call it, it's kind of like a mix between maybe a skin tag and a wart. And the doctor only talked about one polyp, but the form that he gave me says polyps, so there might have been more. But essentially, just like a mole or a wart, or he described it as a mole. What it is, it can turn into cancer at some point, right? He said there is a very low chance that it could, but there is always the chance, right? So they removed it. They did a biopsy on it. They didn't find any cancer in it, and all is well. Get down, buddy. Come on, get away. So that went fine. Now, being that I had one, what that means, the doctor said that I know most people turn 50, they get their colonoscopy, and then every 10 years, unless told otherwise, they have to... Well, don't do it on the couch, do it on the floor. Every 10 years, they have to update it, right? Well, because of that polyp, I now am on a 5-year schedule. So when I'm 27, I'll have to go and get it again. Now, unless something happens between now and then, I'll still be scheduled for it. And I'm thinking I'll go in again. There could be nothing, there could be something, but if there's nothing, I'll probably then get put on the 50 or even a 10-year or whatever. So not really worried about that. 5 years is so far away. And it's kind of a preventative thing. I'd rather find it than not, right? So what else they found? They also found in the last portion of my small intestine, they found inflammation. Now, that could be a lot of things, and so what they're trying to do is they had me go in, I had to do a urine sample, I had to give 4 vials of blood, and I have to do 2 separate stool samples, and what they're checking me for is a bunch of different things. They're checking me for a second kind of bacteria. I've already been tested for one kind. Now they're testing me for another kind of bacteria. They're also testing me for parasites. They said maybe I have some sort of parasite or something like that. So they're testing me for that. They are testing me for tuberculosis because where I live, there's a lot of, as they would call them, refugees from, I don't know where they'd be, Middle East area, and I guess because of the culture around here, tuberculosis is a thing, and it's it's always kind of been a thing, but I guess it's a higher chance. You doing okay, bud? There's a higher chance because of some of the people that come here. And then the last thing is chlamydia, which I don't know a lot about that, but what I do know is, from what I've heard, that's like a sexually transmitted disease, and there's no way. But I had also heard about that it's not always. So it's up in the air. They want to test me for it, that's fine. Let it be some weird strain of that, for all I know. So with all that, now to that, in the first part I said we'll get to it, with my diet, they sent instructions that I need to try some dietary changes. One of them is to try a gluten-free diet for 1 month to see if that does any changes. If it does, that's awesome. If it doesn't, they want me to try to do a dairy-free diet. Now, Sam and I have been thinking about this, like, what, which one should we do first, right? We eat a lot of rice, fish, chicken, a lot of rice. We're really not super huge bread people. The only time I eat bread is like sandwiches for lunch, but I don't like wake up and have toast or anything like that. And I know that gluten is in a lot of other things too. A lot of common things have gluten in them as like an additive or stuff like that. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be an easier dietary change than dairy-free. Now, when I was going through all this, one of the things that I was able to eat really good was sandwiches. For whatever reason, it was a comforting food, and I was able to eat any sandwiches I want, as much as I wanted. Anything else, the texture would bother me, what it is would bother me, and I don't know why. So, with that being said, Sam and I are thinking we should try, the cats are arguing, Sam and I think that I should try to limit my dairy. Now, I don't drink a lot of milk, but butter, milk, I mean, that's in almost everything. Almost everything. So, we're still deciding. We still have to go, like, grocery shopping and everything like that. But, we might try gluten first just because it's more common, or we might try dairy first. But I tell you this. The doctor has put me on some different pills, which I can show you guys. Oh, let me show you guys this. So, I have... Let's see, do I have them all out here? I do. Okay. So, in the morning before, I would take an omeprazole pill, which these are capsules. Then at night, I would take my ranitidine, which is like Zantac, and they're these little pills. Well, I noticed that the omeprazole was making me feel very nauseous. It was a very strong style pill, and it would throw my day off. And I would start feeling better when I would go to work at night, and around 6 o'clock, which I would take my omeprazole around 11. So after many hours, it would wear off, and then you'd be fine. So the doctor put me on pantoprazole, which look kind of like little eggs. They're kind of like a oblong shape, and they have worked awesome. I don't feel any nausea. I've been able to eat like normal again. Along with that, so I take this in the morning. I still take my ranitidine at night. But along with all that, they gave me something for irritable bowel syndrome, which is going to be also part of the whole diet change. The irritable bowel will be slowly but surely fixed by that. These pills are these, they're actually blue, right? But they're like really small. Okay, little capsules. I take 4 of those a day. So when I wake up, I take not when I wake up, right before meals, and then one before bed. So I wake up around 11 normally every day. So at 11 o'clock, I wake up. I am taking one of these new pills that goes down fine. I don't feel stomachache. I don't feel anything. Then around 1 o'clock, I'll have lunch. Right before lunch, if you take it after lunch, it'll screw it up. It's too late. You have to take it before your meal or like right in the beginning. So I take one of these with my lunch. Then I hang out. I go to work at 4. My first break is at 6 o'clock. Now, just this week, I started doing this, where I take one at 6 o'clock instead of my lunch break at 8. That's still up in the air, but I find that I can take one of these at 6 o'clock. Okay, so that's like a good amount of time. 1 to 6, so that's 5 hours, no big deal. Then I take one I eat my lunch at 8, then at 10:15 I have another break, and at that point, I'll take another one of these with one of my Zantac. That's been working flawlessly. And now, so that's lunch, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and now I get home, I eat my dinner, right, because I had lunch I have like 3 big meals a day, because my schedule is so weird. But I come home, I have some more food, which I try not to overdo. I just have enough so I'm not hungry, right? And then I take one more of the green pills, or blue pills, sorry. I keep thinking they're green because they look green when they're in here. And then I go to sleep. Right before I go to bed, take it. And this combination has been awesome. I feel a little bit off if I'm thirsty or hungry. So it's important that I don't eat too much and that I don't eat too little, and that's kind of the hard balance. I was used to eating when I had heartburn. Through all this, right? I was used to just eating when I feel heartburn, I need to eat. Well, now I don't have that kind of timer, so when I feel hungry, I actually start feeling kind of nauseous. So that's what's been going on. Now, all these tests are getting done. We're going to try the diet thing. They said if none of that works, which as of right now, this medication combination is doing good. And I think with a little bit of dietary change, a little bit more exercise, I was doing really good, by the way. I was going on walks almost every night, like hour-long walks. It was good. What happened was it got really cold and snowed again. So, yeah. But with a little bit more exercise and a little bit of diet change, I think I'll be back in tip-top shape. I feel just as healthy as I did before these last couple days. Before any of this happened, I feel actually better because I don't have heartburn every day now. And I'm able to eat, I'm able to smile, and I think I've been a little bit happier because I'm not feeling like junk anymore. Every single day you wake up, you just feel nasty. It starts to like be you know? So, and this month happened to be a 3-pay month. We're in the beginning of it, but 3-pay month. And I thought, you know what? Why not kind of treat myself? I have to take Sam someplace this weekend. I don't think. Does she work this weekend? I can't remember what weekend she works now. But I have to take her out because she deserves it, because she was so nice to me through all of this, and so I owe her a nice vacation. But I kind of got myself a little treat too, not because I did anything special, but because It's been a good year, and I thought, you know what, I should spend something I've wanted for a long time as a welder, and it wasn't an expensive welder. I didn't overdo it. That welder was $274, and with 10 pounds of rod and a pair of gloves, which were the cheapest gloves I had, it was $330 out the door. It was $320 something, I think, and I was trying to keep it under $350, which I did. And Phoenix, don't be drinking my water, boy. Yeah, so I kind of treated myself, and it's been a long time since I spent a lot of money. Probably the last thing I spent money on was my computer right there, which was $500. I don't spend huge amounts of money like that very often, and I had a little bit of buyer's remorse with that laptop. I don't have any buyer's remorse for that welder. I don't know why. I should, but I don't. That's all I got, guys. So thanks for watching. That's an update on me, and I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, because I really do read all the comments. Kind of gives me something to do when I don't have anything to do, and I like the light thumbs ups too. That way I can kind of see, like, oh, you know, you guys don't care for me to talk about that or whatever, and I can kind of like make videos about what you guys like, and yeah, that's all I got. So talk to you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed.